Bonjour, messieurs and mademoiselles. Welcome back to the Intensive Treatment Podcast, where we talk about all things Arkham. I'm not going to put that voice on for the entire video, but anyway,
Please.
uh, no, I couldn't keep that. I used my French card just that once, and I'm waiting for it to refill for the next time. But anyway, so yeah, we're doing a kind of spontaneous ITTV episode because we've had some news today, which could either be really good or really bad, depending on some people. But um, the short of it is that a new Arkham game got announced, which is crazy to think about because we haven't gotten an official game under the Arkham monitor really since 2015. I want to say, or maybe no 2016. I'm blanking, but yeah. So we got a new Arkham game, but the catch is it's a VR game. And it's
Yeah.
only available on not the Oculus. It's I'm blanking on the system, but uh so yeah, it's exclusive to that console. We got a very short teaser today, so we figured while the iron's hot, we'd make a quick video just kind of talking about our thoughts about this and what we can expect from this new game. So I'm curious what your thoughts are first off.
Well, first off, I was super surprised.
Mhm.
Um, it was pretty random. It just kind of like dropped. Um, when I found that it was VR, obviously I don't have a MetaQuest 3. My brother has a 2, but it doesn't
Mhm.
really help our case.
No.
Um,
Yeah,
but
yeah, that's it.
it's definitely not what people wanted. Um, and it's not what people expected. Um,
No, yeah.
I mean, I was looking at the Instagram post, and a lot of the comments were like, "Nobody asked for this. Thanks for ruining Kevin Conroy's legacy." I'm like, "What the hell are you talking about?" First of all, but um, I'm not mad about it. I'm curious to see what they do. It looks like Ratcatcher is going to be the villain, which I think is awesome.
Yeah.
Um, I've always wanted to see Ratcatcher in the Arkhamverse. I don't. This raises concerns with who is voicing Batman. Um, and where it takes place in the Arkham games and how it messes with the canon. Is it like an Arkham game or is it a new game with the Arkham title? It just raises a lot of questions. Did they say when it's coming out? Is it later this year?
I think they said it was late 2024, but we're supposed to get more details about it at I think Summer Games Fest. They're going to show off another trailer.
Okay.
Jeff Keighley was talking about it on Twitter and stuff like that. So we should be getting more info this year, but I'm pretty sure it's coming out. They said late 2024, so it could either be my guess is it's probably like maybe October, November-ish,
Yeah.
around that time. But um yeah, so my thoughts when I saw the trailer this morning, I forget who sent it to the group chat, but I think it was Alter or whatever. Anyway, so I saw the title and I'm like, oh shit, a new Arkham game, new Arkham game. What's happening? What's happening? So I started watching, and it looked pretty good. It was all hitting the monikers and stuff. And then at the very end, it was like VR, like exclusive to the MetaQuest 3. I was just like, oh man. But after reflecting on it all day, like I've just been kind of thinking about it, this has potential. This really does have potential. Like
Yeah.
for me, my burning questions right now is um when does this take place, and as far as the timeline, and also just what exactly we're going to be doing. I am really curious about the villain too, which does seem to be Ratcatcher, just from
Yeah.
the hordes and hordes of rats that are like
Yeah.
sprung out of nowhere.
Unless
um
it's like mouse catcher.
Mouse catcher, mousetrap. We're playing a
Mousetrap. There
giant
we
we're playing a giant game of mousetrap, which is just Batman playing with all the pieces. He's not really playing the board game. He's just making the trap go off. Um, so yeah. And also too, I know a lot of people were just I like you said, they were saying like how this is a waste. Nobody wanted this and
Yeah.
all this sort of thing. I'm thinking in I'm not thinking more so in the present. I'm more thinking about this could potentially kickstart them into making a true Arkham successor.
Yeah. Look, maybe I'm in the minority, but um regardless if I can play it or not is a different thing, but I'm really excited to see what the future for Arkham itself as a title is, you know? Um I agree it
Yeah.
could kickstart some new games in the future. Which would be awesome. I mean, it would give us stuff to talk about. Um but the main reason is because this this game franchise has been dry for almost 10 years. Um and
Yeah.
Suicide Squad, look, yeah, I know we just got it, but look how it did.
Yeah.
Um,
Also, like I mean, in terms of like the Arkham moniker, like
right.
yeah, we haven't really gotten anything since 2016, really, with Arkham VR and Return to Arkham, which isn't really the greatest, but like it is what it is. So if anything, I'm just glad we're just getting more Arkham content at like in general. I mean, we said this before in other videos, like with Suicide Squad, and um even when Batman showed up in that mainline book, like that one issue with him hopping around the multiverse, like I'm just glad that people are still acknowledging the Arkhamverse, and also they want to tell more stories and do more with this series because there is
Yeah,
potential to do all kinds of things that we
absolutely.
haven't really done before. So
Yeah. Um, what are your kind of hopes with this game? I mean, obviously, we hope it does well because it's an Arkham title. Well,
yeah.
actually, before you answer that, is this connected to Rocksteady at all, or no? It's just the Arkham name.
I don't think it has any connection to Rocksteady. I think it's just under the Arkham moniker. But it is being developed by Camouflage, I think, who made
Right.
Iron Man VR, which
Okay.
from what I remember from 2020, people really like that. So it gives me hope that I mean,
I
it being
hope.
a
Yeah,
VR
it
game and
gives
all,
us hope that it's good.
this could be a really good game.
Right. But yeah, so what are your hopes with this title, whether it be villains or voice cast or the story? What are you hoping for?
Um, my things that I'm kind of hoping for is all the things that Arkham VR didn't do. Like they had a like the thing about Arkham VR, I haven't played it yet. I have a PlayStation VR, but I haven't had the chance to really hook it up and, try it out. I might need a couple cables, but anyway, the thing about Arkham VR is that it was basically a glorified tech demo of what the
Yeah.
VR could do. So yeah,
Yeah.
you could do like crime scenes and stuff. Maybe you could throw a batarang or use the grapple gun or whatever. But it was only like an hour long and it was really limiting to what you can actually do. It was cool. It was a cool novelty because you were exploring the Arkhamverse through the eyes of Batman, but it wasn't really much of a game. So what I'm hoping for is that, we get a really good story, depending on where it places in the timeline, and hopefully it takes advantage of some of the other gameplay mechanics that it didn't really do. Like,
Mhm.
trying to incorporate combat, trying to incorporate stealth. I'd love to see how they tackle that. And
Yeah.
also the immense amount of gadgets you can do. Like, there's some gadgets I would love to see or to use in VR. One of the examples I was thinking of was like the explosive gel, like
Mhm.
making your own designs before you blow it up. Like that'd be a neat idea. But
Yeah, that'd be really cool.
um, so like I mentioned before, like there is some potential here. I think.
Yeah. For sure. Um, I think too the problem with Arkham VR is that well, first off, it was so short. Like you said, it was just a tech demo.
Mhm.
Um, we have a chance here to have like a good 10-hour game. Like there is some VR games that are pretty in depth, and have genuinely good stories and are fun. And I think who doesn't want to be Batman? Like
Yeah,
that's what Arkham VR should have been because I mean, you get to literally be Batman. You are in control of him completely. So I think this is going to be really cool.
absolutely.
My
Yeah,
ho- my hope is that again, it's a story that is cohesive and doesn't jump the gun on any ideas and is fleshed out enough to where I feel like I'm the one experiencing it even more so than maybe one of the Arkham games because I'm actually physically playing Batman. So
yeah.
I'm really just worried about the story, and I just really hope it's a hit and not a miss.
As far as the story, I think the best course of action, or at least what I would do, is to just play it safe. Uh, maybe the thing that I want to see, and you kind of asked me before, I want them to like show villains that we haven't really got to meet before. Like, we already have an idea of like maybe Ratcatcher being the main villain, but what about somebody like, I don't know, like Maxie Zeus or
Yeah,
Tweedledee Tweedledum?
hell yeah.
You know, just something like off the beaten path of what we usually have with like Two Face, Penguin. God, please don't do Joker. like,
I know, really.
um, and yeah, it'd be nice to kind of have, as far as the Rogues Gallery, sort of a breath of fresh air. And also, for people, we say that Batman has the best Rogues Gallery, but the Arkham games haven't really utilized that.
I
There
agree.
have been some good villains, but it's only been like a small pool of like the main players. So we haven't really gotten to like the obscure stuff yet, which I'm hoping to really see here.
Yeah, I'm with you there completely. I feel like the Arkham games had too much of a focus on house name villains,
Hmm.
um, which is great. I mean, Joker's. I mean, let's face it, he's the greatest comic book villain of all time. But that's kind of why I don't want to see him again. Um, I mean, I don't think Joker will have any um, part in this game at all.
Yeah,
I'm going at that mostly with just my gut feeling, but I don't think they have any reason to either. So yeah, I hope they do that as well.
hmm,
And please keep Joker away, far away.
yeah. Just leave Joker at home. Like let's try something a little different now.
Yeah. Um. So I unless there's something else you wanted to talk about, I kind of wanted to get into like before we close off. What's something you hope this game brings to the name of Arkham in a video game setting? Like, are you hoping that we get another trilogy or another game with maybe the Arkham name? Maybe it's not connected to the original Arkham games, but Arkham something or like sequels to Origins or what have you.
For me personally, I think what I kind of want to see come out of this is like both a nice blend of new stories they could tell while also um doing things they've done before better. Like I think a good way to kind of go forward in the future is kind of like what Resident Evil's been doing, where
Mm. Yeah.
every subsequent release has been like let's say like they started with Resident Evil 7, and then Resident Evil 2 remake came out, Resident Evil 3 remake, Resident Evil 8, and then like Resident Evil 4. Like I would love to, like, it'd be neat to have a new trilogy, like maybe in the
Right.
time span uh between Origins and Asylum, while
Yeah.
also, like we've said before in other videos, maybe a good way to kind of bring the people back into that series is like maybe a remake of Asylum would be cool.
And go watch our video on that.
Yes, yes, go watch our,
Please, we need the views. No.
yeah.
Um,
We need more. Um,
more,
but I
more.
think I think that'd be a good way to kind of, you know, cater to the fans. And
Yeah,
also,
definitely.
it's not just them being like, "Oh, we have this VR game or whatever. Let's just, do strictly remakes or whatever. Like, just give a nice blend to like something new and something familiar. What
Yeah.
about you?
Um, I'm kind of in the same boat as you. I think this is a great way to relaunch the Arkham name or the Arkham brand.
Yeah,
Um, it was so big for so many years and impacted so many people's lives that, I don't want I think Arkham's too good to just be that, you
yeah,
know?
just yeah,
And I agree with you. I think that this is a great way to not only it can sort of be a rebranding for me in my eyes, but it could go a couple ways. They could do games that aren't connected and sort of make Arkham like an anthology. Um, Arkham whatever. Or they could go the route of making origin sequels and have a new trilogy with Roger Craig Smith, which I think would be awesome. There's so much they could do there. There's so much lore that hasn't been tapped into yet in the original Arkhamverse.
yeah,
So that'd be great. And yeah, like you said, it'd be a great way to bring old fans and new people back to the original games because you can remake it from the ground up, and it will bring people who played it in 2009 back, and it will also bring people who are playing games now to the forefront of the people that are buying it. So I think it would be great. Either way you look at it, Arkham's gonna sell. Um, if it's a title, not a VR though, like I don't know how this game's gonna do, but if they said they're announcing another Arkham game, I think it would sell.
yeah.
So
I was gonna
yeah,
say that's one of my biggest worries right now is that it's only exclusive to the MetaQuest. They haven't said
Mhm.
about this coming to like Oculus or even PlayStation VR 2.
Right.
So maybe in the coming months they'll say like, oh, it'll get a port eventually on like PSVR 2 or it'll eventually come to Oculus. But if it's just going to be stuck on there, then I see that as a little bit of a problem. But I don't know. They could do something with that, but um, yeah. If anything, I just don't want to buy another VR headset if I'm honest with you.
Right.
So I would love to play it, but it's just I don't know. It's VR's one of those things where it's just like it's more a novelty than actually like a thriving industry of video games, I think.
Right.
Um so also it'd be weird too if they decided like say this is a success, WB is just like, "Oh, more VR games." Or it's just like, "No,
Yeah,
that's
knowing
not
them,
what
they would
that's
totally
not
do
what
that.
what we're asking for." But like, you know.
Dude, they would so do that too. It's sad that's probably what would happen. WB sucks. That's the
Yeah.
moral of the story.
Yeah, no. That's the story we keep wrapping around back to.
Yeah.
Um, should we talk about this in the timeline sense? Because I'm curious to see what you think about where you would want this to fit in the
Mhm.
continuity.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, let's do it.
because I do have some ideas myself.
Do you want me to go first? Do you wanna
Yeah, sure. Yeah, you go ahead.
Okay, so obviously we know nothing about the game yet, so it's hard to pinpoint exactly, but the suit is reminiscent of Arkham Knight, but it wouldn't make sense to have that because he didn't get the new modified Iron Man suit
Hmm.
until in the game. So it can't be maybe, I mean maybe it's before Knight, but I think it's after Arkham Knight. That's my thought. I think it lies somewhere in between when Batman's using the fear toxin and Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
For now, that's where I'm at. What about you?
For me, this could either take place after Origins in some unknown vague
Hmm.
time, which I'm looking at the suit right now. I gotta say, despite this being like a concept art, I do really like the suit here. I don't know what you think.
I like it too. I think it's cool.
I think it's cool. It to me, it feels like an evolution of like what we saw in Origins a little bit.
Mhm.
Well, it does have some of those design elements from like like the Batsuit V7. Like I can see pieces
Yeah.
of that in here. But yeah, as far as the timeline's concerned, this could either be in some unknown vague area between Origins and Asylum, or this could take place in the time span between the end of Night uh and Suicide Squad. But that is, I don't know, it's going to be a little hard to do that, like especially if, since Kevin is the what we'd call the modern like version of Arkham Batman. So I guess they could do Roger Craig Smith and get him to like deepen his voice a little bit, but
Mhm.
I'm curious to see what they do in terms of the timeline.
Yeah, I mean, logically, it would make sense to be post Origins but pre Asylum.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I'm looking at the suit here now, and it does kind of look like an Origins successor, sort of suit wise. Um, yeah,
What?
it's really mysterious to be honest with you.
Yeah. Like like it's literally like a 30-second teaser that
Ah,
doesn't
wow.
show anything. I'm really curious to see what our thoughts are after they show it off in June. Like just
Yeah.
getting some more ideas. Um, but from what I've
Damn,
seen
it's a
so
month.
far, um, this looks like it could be a good like experience.
Oh yeah, for sure. I haven't watched Batman Arkham videos um Easter eggs video yet. It's only 2 minutes, but I'm gonna check that out after we're done recording.
Yeah,
Because of course he definitely knows before anybody else. Bro's literally like
he's Batman. He's
he is a
literally
prophet.
Batman. Yeah.
He is Batman, yeah.
He's literally finding clues all over the place in spots you would never think to look.
Yep.
Which is like, oh, okay, yeah, that's kind of interesting.
It makes you wonder if he has an inside source to the developers.
I wouldn't be surprised if that was
Me
the
neither.
case, but I feel like
Which is
that's more
no way.
so like when Rocksteady was more making the games. I think now he's
Right.
just like nowadays he's just like looking at every single detail because he knows there's just something that
Yeah.
is happening. You know what? You know what? Also, another thing I was thinking of when this trailer came out.
What's that?
I don't know if you saw it, but Arkham Videos put out a little thing on Suicide Squad involving uh, it involved calendars. Like they were all
Oh.
marks on the calendar um, of certain dates
Mhm.
that like it spelled out a message basically, and when you put the message together, um, like it ended in December, whatever, but the message read out, "Batman will return." So I'm wondering
Right, yeah.
if this has something to do with it, or if that's just a weird coincidence.
Right. That's a good point. But I guess maybe we'll find out.
Maybe
Maybe we'll never know, but
you just leave us in the dark.
I know. But regardless, I mean, it's pretty cool that we're getting another Arkham title, honestly. I don't really care that it's on VR because I for one like VR. Not everything, but like I think this could be really cool. Um, and we're in need of a good Batman VR game, I think.
Yeah,
A
we've
good
had a
one.
we've had a really good Iron Man game. We had a Spider-Man VR game that basically let you swing through New York and all that stuff, and that
Yep.
was pretty cool. So I
Yeah.
think, yeah, Batman is definitely in his due to get a proper VR game without it being just a tech demo.
And I hope that this game is like I hope there's a lot of free roam. It'd be super cool to free roam a city of Gotham in first person. That would be pretty awesome.
Yeah, I'm really curious to see how they tackle like uh free roam combat stealth. Like that's one of the things I'm really curious to see how they manage in VR.
Yeah. But I don't have anything else to say. I've
No,
said
I
all I
I
got to
I
say.
think I said my piece too. I'm excited, honestly.
Me too. But guys, let us know what you think. Are you excited? Are you sort of apprehensive? Let us know in the comment section below. But please comment, please subscribe, please follow us on Instagram and Twitter and everything else.
Please watch.
Please. And check out our most recent videos. Yeah, we just released a video on what the hell happened to Scarecrow in Arkham Asylum with Batman Ultra 7 as our special guest host. So that was a lot of fun. So check that out. And stay tuned for more episodes coming out ASAP. We have one coming out
Yes.
on Friday. I don't know when this is coming out. I want to release it today, I think, which is Thursday.
Like soon, yeah.
Hi, guys. Mr. Raffle Waffles here. I don't want to get sued. But yeah, guys, we're leaving it at that. Peace out. Stay crazy. Stay locked up. And we'll see you all in the next one.